Okay, here we are.
Hello, happy May 4th.
Hi there.
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
Seems like it's a thing.
May 4th be with you. Sure.
All right, welcome, my friends. We are going to talk about today's entry, which is called What's Truly Impressive.
Truly impressive, okay?
Let's see what it is. They've got me all like tied up in suspense.
I want to be impressed.
Impress me. We have a quote from Musonius Rufus, who I have still not looked up. How much better is it to be known for doing well by many than for living extravagantly? How much more worthy than spending on sticks and stones is it to spend on people?
Let's go sentence by sentence.
How much better is it to be known for doing well by many than by living extravagantly? Like selfishly is how I would think about it in these terms. Like, am I doing good by the collective in which I am a part? Or am I doing well by myself at the expense of the group?
I see. Because I was thinking about like you doing well by many means that many people think that you're doing well. But that's not what that is. Got it. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So is it like, are you being seen in others' eyes as like you're contributing into collective, or are you seeing, or are you just more of a selfish kind of accumulative type of a thing? Everything has to be in you type of a circle. Okay, makes sense. Mm-hmm.
How much more worthy than spending on sticks and stones is it to spend on people?
How much work is like? I understand. Like it's like he's saying, spend more time on people, but
Or
not
resources,
time or
maybe
resources.
even?
Just spend more on people
Than on things.
On things. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, people are more important than things. Do well for the system in which you are a part, and not just for you at the expense of the other organs in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thanks, Musonius. You ready for Ryan?
Let's go.
Okay. Ryan says, think of all you know about the lifestyles of the rich and the famous. That so-and-so bought a home for so many millions. That so-and-so travels with their own barber. That so-and-so owns a pet tiger or an elephant. The exact same gossip and notoriety was popular in Roman times. Certain Romans were known for the thousands of, sesterces they spent on their koi ponds. Others were notorious for orgiastic parties and sumptuous feasts. The works of Roman poets such as Juvenal and Martial abound with tidbits about these types. The conspicuously wealthy earn and ultimately get what they want out of spending, their reputation. But what an empty one. Is it really that impressive to spend? Given the funds, who wouldn't be able to do that? Marcus Aurelius courageously sold off some of the imperial furnishings to pay down war debts. More recently, Jose Mujica, the former president of Uruguay, stood out for giving 90% of his presidential salary to charity and driving a 25-year-old car. Who can do stuff like that? Not everyone. So who's the more impressive?
It's interesting because the the marketing world and you know kind of shows us to be impressed by this wealth and this well-being in like financial way or something, right? It's like it's kind of showing us this image, and that's essentially like not really what you want to be doing, right? Like showing the wealth, but when we watch TVs, for example, or whatever, everything is showed to us in this wealth, right? And it's like, oh, everybody's has this beautiful houses and beautiful things, and they all have beautiful cars, and everything is, they're just all wealthy, right? Like it's this wealth thing in there, like they're showing this wealth, right? But according to this, it's saying like, well, don't show that wealth. But it's interesting how much that wealth is being pushed to us or something, like that image of wealth, or like have that wealth, like you need this wealth. Yeah, that's
potentially like it being as culturally idolized as it is also maybe why there's less of these other types of impressive people who somehow remember that they're part of something bigger than themselves, and they act like that constantly. Because what they're kind of talking about, like, you don't even need to have the dollar amount in your bank account in order to behave in this sort of selfish, only my needs matter type of way. And you might actually see a lot of that behavior in the middle class, or even in like really, poor classes. Like,
no, you might actually argue that the ultra crazy rich, they actually spend and give money, and like they actually, like Bill Gates type people, like their wealth is, they're using it to good, and like essentially give it to the
right,
not just donate it, but like do good with it.
Yeah, philanthropy.
For philanthropy. There you go. Right. So it's like, so I like what you're saying. Like this behavior is actually seen in the not so ultra rich. It's this middle rich.
I mean, I think it's seen in every.
It's probably in every
strata.
class. Yeah.
And so are the impressive people. They're everywhere.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a mix. But yeah, like I can't look at somebody who's like rich and or famous and make the assumption that they are living one way or the other. And I think that's a big tendency too, is, especially in like the liberal sort of mindset, it's like there's a generalization about like rich people being like assholes or something like that, And so I also have to think about this from that point of view of just like, not only like who do I want to be, but how do I want to see other people around me? Because I really don't know for certain. Sometimes it's obvious, like sometimes like somebody is like truly an asshole, but like sometimes I don't have enough information to know one way or the other, but I take a stance anyway. And so I'm also taking away from this, like, just be more neutral about how I see other people until I get enough information about who they reveal themselves to be. Because I'm noticing this, the whole idea of like wealth and fame, you're saying it's like being pushed onto us. There's a lot of generalizations. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you relate to that. Like, just with it being in every commercial and every movie and on every reality TV show, and then you open TikTok and then you open Instagram, and it's like, it's a value system essentially. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna tie that off with something, but it went away.
Yeah, I was just gonna add, like, it's like a spectrum. Like each class might have both philanthropy people and people who don't have anything, and they'll give you the last shirt on their back type of a people, right? And you would have people who are very selfish with the little thing that they have, right? Yeah. And so it's a I was gonna say it's like a spectrum of spectrums, right? Like the whole classes, if there is even such thing, I guess there is, whatever, right? That's a spectrum, right? And then within those things, there is all this spectrum of, every class has its own good people and people on different sides,
on the selfishness scale, let's say.
Yeah. Did anything come back to you? No? Okay.
No. It's all good.
Yeah, that was great.
Just feeling a little bit tired today, you know, so it's Thursday. Well, I don't know what day it is on May 4th, but it's Thursday today when we're filming it. So. Yeah. But good. I'm really enjoying these. I'm really enjoying these action-based ones.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, they're great. Goody.
Alrighty, my friend. What are you learning? What are you thinking? Talk to us, please. Bye.